Okay, so let's talk about selections. I need to select parts of the Tauntaun and parts of Han Solo. But I'm going to show you an area where you might run into trouble, so it's a kind of a good thing to fix before you even start. If I select one of our selection tools, such as the magic wand, right, I can click in here, right, and you can see it's not clicking anything. Why? Why is it not clicking anything? Well, I'm sorry? Wrong layer? Yeah, that is almost my mantra for this, because I'm on a layer with no pixels, so it's selecting everything, right? Which isn't what I want. So I'm going to hit Command D to deselect. If I go up to the option bar and I hit Sample All Layers, then with that tool selected, I can select things. But what's happening, you'll see, is that there's little holes here. So it's making it hard to just select the hood. You can hit Command D, and on the midtones layer, grab a normal brush. Just a normal brush, make it black and white. Shortcut for that is D for default foreground and background. Use the brackets next to the letter P, make it really tiny. Zoom in, and then connect some of these things that are not connected, right? So that you can make like this. That's just enough right there to make it confusing for you. Just so that you are making a closed area. You can kind of just make it a little. And this can be just on your midtones. And by midtones, oops, I mean that's going to be like the primary area where you're doing all the work. So we need to just make some of these closed objects so that they'll be a little easier. And I know there are some parts of the Tauntaun, like here, where you just need to kind of close that in. I think there's some parts with his like little butt fur. There's his butt fur. I may have already closed in some of this for you. Yeah, I think I've closed in some of it. But if you notice that you're having a hard time with the selection, you can just do this really quick, like this. This will slow you down for an hour. Let's get that, nip that right in the bud. Right there. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Let's see, we need to make a selection. Let's make a selection of this part of the saddle. Now, I can be on the background copy, and if we look through our selections, I don't think the rectangular marquee tool is going to be exactly the way to go. It seems like it's just not precise, right? It's too geometric. Underneath, we have the elliptical. Command D. Again, it doesn't seem to really get it. Command D. So you have the Lasso Tool. The Lasso Tool is great for freehand selections. I cannot sit here and draw this. I can get like a couple and then it just gets bad, right? Partly patience and partly just an inability to follow the lines. Okay, so I'm going to Command D that. So the Lasso Tool, freehand, that may not work. Polygonal, I actually like a lot, and we'll talk more about that magnetic lasso tool. You've got two tools here that are really powerful, okay? This is edge-based. Quick Select will select edges. All right, so if you click in here, see how it just basically was like, okay, I'm going to go all the way to the edge. That was not a bad selection. If you hold down the Shift key, you can add to that selection. That's not bad at all. If you want to minus from a selection, hold down the Option key, and you could kind of just run that around there to tie that together. That's pretty good. You can also use the Magic Wand key, which deals more with color-based selections, and in this case, it's one click. because it's white and black. All right, cool. So with that selected, I'm going to go to the midtones, and there are about 10 ways to do this, but let's do this the cool way. Let's click on our foreground color. Let's get like a nice burnt red. Okay. And then grab a brush, just a normal brush, and paint. And why is that paint just not going everywhere? Exactly. Perfect. Okay. So hit Command D. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Camtasia. You are very helpful. Okay, get down here. Okay. If we go back over here, let's get the magic wand, which is W. I can stay on the midtones layer, so I don't have to go back and forth as long as sample all layers is selected. And I can select that little bit. Now I need to add this little bit. When I hold on the shift, you'll see the little plus next to the cursor that's saying, hey, I'll add that to your selection. We can go back over here, get maybe a little brighter color. Oops, sorry. Hit brush, B for brush. I love this. It's like the ultimate coloring in the lines, right? Okay, and then Command D to deselect. So a couple of objectives about this exercise. Again, the objective is working on the correct layer and layer structure, but also figuring out which of the tools from your selection tools are going to be the ones that work the best. Right? You've got geometric selections, freehand selections, quick select, which is an edge-based selection, magic wand, which is color-based, and how you'll get to do it is just kind of practicing, right, and seeing which one works best. I want to show you another little trick in the next video for organizing your colors.